Hey there, it's Sandy, and I'm back in my sewing room today, and I am not at the machine yet. I will be working on some machine embroidery later, but before that, I wanted to open this box that I got with something called a PAL3 in it. It's the perfect alignment laser, and you use it so that you can use the light and help it would help me to make the marks on my sweatshirts and t-shirts and towels or whatever you want to use it for. So I got it from Dime, and it's called the PAL3. I actually bought it through the Sewing Source in Lakeville, Illinois. They ordered it for me. And so now I'm going to open this because, I usually go through the process of using a ruler and measuring to the center, especially on a sweatshirt that's thicker. I don't really like using the method where you can fold it in half and press it and get a mark, and then you could even do it again if you want to get the cross mark. I don't really like doing that, especially on thicker garments. So even on t-shirts, I don't always like to do that. So I'd rather mark it, and that's just my preference. You might be different. So this is what I thought would help me make those markings. And I usually end up, before this, I would use, my marking tools along with these grids. I'd measure across how wide it is and go from there, and then use those lines to make sure everything was level and placed right in the center. So here I've marked my top. And here's just a line that I marked so I could use the lines on the ruler to make sure everything was straight this way and this way. Here's the center. So by the time it's done stitching, it should be about that big. But I'm going to try and use this today because I just got it today. And it's the PAL3, I think I said that, perfect alignment laser. It shows that it's 28 inches tall, adjusts for all hoops, locate the center of any item, connect continuous embroidery. I'm not sure what that means yet. Verify design placement, assist in letter positioning. Yeah, that makes sense because I watched a demo, and I think there's quite a few videos out on YouTube showing how it can be used to place and align letters really well, especially about pockets and things like they've done here. So it's really pretty easy because it's just, let's see if I can get this back a little. There. It's just got a few pieces to put together. And then it's got the side mount. So that's pretty simple. This is the gooseneck, I think they call it. Bendable in all sorts of directions. There's the plug. So I'll just connect all this together. That goes in there. This can be plugged into here or into a USB strip. Whoops. Let me see. There. So, and now this is all connected. So then it's just a matter of widening this part, and I think I'm going to put it on the table where I'm at because that's where I got a stand-up desk so that I could sit and sew if I wanted, or use the stand-up part to cut out patterns or do things like this, mark t-shirts and sweatshirts. So I'm gonna take a minute to put this on the side. And I might end up putting it on the side. Oh, I think I might put it on the back of this table because then it can shine over a top and down. Okay, I've almost got it there. And there's a little on-off switch device. I have to make sure that I don't let it fall too far away from the table, so I'm not always having to bend over and grab it from behind the table. So I've got it hooked up. Let's see, I might have to move it over. I'm going to plug it in. Let's turn it on. I don't see anything yet. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty bendable. I don't know if you can see that. It's attached way back there. I'm just gonna see if I can make sure everything's plugged in, because it's not on yet. And then just a matter of, unless it was on. Oh, there it was on. I must have turned it off. Maybe you guys saw that. But so it's just a red laser. I thought it was green for some reason, but it's red. And then this little circle thing here changes the direction. And so if I can get like close to my center, I can kind of see if I'm straight. Well, you know what? It's going to take a little bit of finagling to get this just right. But I suppose if I have like the center of my shirt is up here, that's where the tag is. And then you can just eyeball it, I guess. I have a mark there, so I'm lucky. I was thinking that these red marks would actually go out farther, so we'll see if we can adjust that by moving it up. There we go. I didn't have it high enough. So that's pretty cool. I mean, if I wanted to adjust it, I just turn this little mark, and now I can just kind of look across to see if I like that or if I don't think that's right. But at least I've got the crosshair in the middle for me to be able to see if I like the marks that I'm using or if I want to draw new marks. And then I just use whatever marking tool that I've been using to actually draw the marks. I don't know whether it's me. I think it might be the way I'm standing. But it looked like it was off. I'm very particular about making sure things look like they're on center. Yeah, I think I just have it over. Maybe not up high enough yet. So this, you know, as you can tell, this is my first time using it out of the box. And it's going across here. Okay, I'm looking like, does that look about even? Yeah, that looks about even. So this is my center mark down here where I had marked it originally. So I guess I can verify at this point that I like that mark. It aligns up with the tag. And I'm good. I'm good with that mark. I think I'm going to like using this tool. So I just wanted to share that with you really quick. It's a fun little tool that I thought I could, it might help me to speed up my hooping process. So, you know, if I wanted to use this, I could just draw that here, you know, using the marks, the red marks. And now that wasn't too straight. I guess I'm probably better off using a ruler because I couldn't draw a straight line if I tried. I'm mostly going to be looking at the center when I line things up. But now there's also, because I'm also using the dime hoop, I think about this. You know how when you first put it in the hoop, you want to get things lined up about right, like about right there. So this kind of gives me an idea of where I need to place the hoop. You know, put the 0 right there, and then I should be right on center. Of course, this big hoop here, the hoop that goes on the bottom, I'll have to insert it so that it lines up with this top hoop right about there. And that gives me a good idea too where to hoop it. Otherwise, I'm like just trying to eyeball how much, which way I need to go on the top of the shirt and the bottom. Let's see if it helps with that. I actually drew this little crosshair here to show me where the center is on the bottom of my hoop. So I have that marking up here. I can ignore the red marking now. I guess I could leave it there if we wanted to. Okay. Forgive my clumsiness, but like now I can kind of see, all right, I really need to move it that way or this way. And then I would probably put, this is very live. I didn't think I was going to actually do this, go this far, but this is the no-show, not the no-show, the aqua mesh that I would put on top. And I'll make sure that that's line still there. Still looks good to me. That still looks good. The bottom line still looks good. So I should be able to place this a little easier. There. Now take that away. And I can, you know, double check to make sure that I like the way it lined up. So it helps a little with that too, I guess. It'll take me a little while to get used to working with it. But I can see that the 0 is lining up with the top. Looks like I have to move some of the sweatshirt over on the bottom. There. But I always have to do a lot more finagling to get it to lie where I want it in the hoop. So here's the 0, here's the 0, and then I like to use the cross line to make sure like this is down at the 1 and that looks a little low. So you know, that's all I have to do is get that lined up and I'm ready to go. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover, so that's all I wanted to share. Thank you.